What's up, Zoners? Welcome to the Week 6 Beard Time Breakdown. Tonight I'm going to be going over all of the latest fantasy news and what it means to you. Then I will be going over our starts of the week. Jason and I both have one. Then I have a secret start of the week that is more than likely on your waiver wires right now. Will get you points, probably a flex. Then I will be going over all what we guessed right and wrong for the Thursday night football game. If that sounds interesting to you, hold on for 7 seconds. What's up, Zoners? This is Tyler, Big Turd Ward, and Jason, not here, Youth and Wolt, coming at you live from my garage. And this is the Fantasy Red Zone. Today's episode, I'm going to be going over our starts of the week and some news and all that Thursday night football breakdown. Jason will not be here tonight. He is going to some fucking wedding, so good luck to you, dude. I like weddings, but hey, man, I like it when I don't know anybody. He knows a lot of people, so it's probably not going to be that cool. All right. Heading into the news right now, Deshaun Watson, man. So it was a big mystery. Like, dude, this guy was medically cleared to play, and he's not playing? What the fuck is going on here, dude? We thought it was karma. Well, guess what, man? It is a deep contusion in his rotator cuff. Who knows how long he's going to be back? The good news is that is not torn or ripped or anything else. So remember how we were thinking that, he made that major breakthrough in that last game, throwing spirals, hitting people with accuracy. Well, they changed the offense. I think they told people they started doing more first read stuff. I mean, I forget what it was, but a lot of him running the ball more. So as far as fantasy goes, I think that he is a buy low right now. I hate him as a person, but I really like him as a fantasy player. He will be coming back and should pick up right where he left off. I was afraid that he had some kind of joint going on, like a AC joint sprain or a tear or some crazy shit that we didn't know about. With just this, if this is true, this just came out 30 minutes ago. I would try to buy Deshaun Watson. If you have him on your bench and you all think you're fucked on quarterbacks, guess what, man? I don't think you are. Next up, George Kittle fully participated. I guess he got roughed up after last game because he fucking carried the team, so his back hurt. Elijah Mitchell, this dude, was limited during practice, so his knee has been keeping him out for a couple weeks. I have been saying, go pick up Jordan Mason. Go pick up Jordan Mason. I went back. The video just got released today. I forget who releases the videos, but man, they do a good job when you just on YouTube. Just put in a player's name week this. It's like in cursive writing. Some shit pops up. Every carry, every snap, Jordan Mason was part of. That fool looks better than he did last year. I loved him last year. I have not had a chance to really watch him this year. He looks even better, dude. So I think I like Jordan Mason over Elijah Mitchell. I get it, dude. Like Shanahan loves him some Elijah Mitchell because that speed just straight up the fucking gut. But even if CMC goes down, it's going to be a 50-50 workload. And give me the bulldozer that is Jordan Mason. I would pick him up. I think he's worth a stash. Then here we go, man. Apparently, Jacoby Myers, after he got concussed, hurt his fucking wrist. And now this is big time. Because what do the Patriots like to do, right? They like to take out what you do best. So I am expecting Devontae Adams to get doubled, tripled. Everything's going to be focused toward Devontae Adams. And then an ex-Patriot who knows this defense well, I mean, up against practice all the time, is going to be, dude, him and Jimmy Garoppolo are probably going to tear shit up. So Las Vegas, I have Puka Nacua. I am thinking about starting Puka Nacua over Devontae Adams, but because Devontae Adams is already banged up, and now he's got to go against somebody that likes to take away their strength. That is scary. So Devontae Adams, speaking of whom that was injured, he fully participated in practice Friday. He is not on the injury report, so I do think that he is a top 5 wide receiver play. There is just a lot of risk baked in there. So I think Puka Nacua is going to be top 12 all year long. I'll talk about Puka Nacua later if I get drunk enough. Keontae Ingram, so fully participated in practice. He is ahead of Demetrius. I can't remember his name. Demetrius? I don't even think there's a D, dude. Anyways, that other rookie running back that I put on my waiver show, Keontae is ahead on the waiver on their depth chart, but that doesn't mean shit to me. I do like the rookie, and I think Connor might be. I mean, he still may go to IR, so keep an eye out for that. I would still DeMarcado. Something DeMarcado. I would hold on to DeMarcado, but I think both of them might be worth a start this week. Marquise Brown just got sick, and that fucking sucks, dude, because now he's listed questionable, right? And I just had to drop Michael Wilson because I wanted to pick up Marvin Mims just in case he went off last night. And I don't have much fab anymore, thanks to Puka Nacua and some other assholes. But yeah, dude, I think that if Michael Wilson, the rookie wide receiver from Stanford on the Arizona Cardinals, if he is on your waiver, go pick him up. He had that 7 target, 7 reception, 2 touchdown game against the 49ers 2 weeks ago. TJ Houshmandzadeh put his stamp on 2 wide receivers this preseason. You know who it was? Puka Nacua and Michael Wilson. So got to make sure I'm plugged in the internet before I record this whole thing. I don't have Jason here telling me if I'm fucked up. All right, man. So again, Michael Wilson, if he's on your waivers, go pick him up. Chris Olave fully participated. Apparently his toes messed up. I think Olave is a super buy low right now. You saw what he did when Derek Carr was healthy. Yeah, Derek Carr is still having like a quarterback rating of 100, but that fool can't throw past fucking a ball out of my garage right now. I think that's like 30 feet. Yeah, so I expect him to be healthy eventually and to get back to Chris Olave. Say you're like a team that is heading towards the playoffs. I think that you can trade for Chris Olave on the cheap right now. He is a target to trade low for. Derek Carr, speaking of the Saints, shoulder, Bakersfield boy with the fake accent, fully participated in practice on Friday the 13th. Oh, God, man, Friday the 13th. I was born on a Friday the 13th. That's part, 50% of my fucking issue, probably. And is not on the injury report. So, this guy's shoulder is still fucked up. Until I see this guy throw for 300, I mean, the way that he should be throwing, I'm not going to take anything from these injury reports coming out of the Saints. They probably don't want people targeting his shoulder or some shit like that. Juwan Johnson, one of my waiver wire league winners. I think I had Devon Achane on there. Achane and some other good ones. But, dude, Juwan Johnson I thought was going to be amazing this year. He is out again. So he hasn't been playing much. He has a calf injury. Sucks. DK Metcalf, his ribs are fucked up a little bit. And I just dropped Jackson Smith and Jigba 2 weeks ago. So I was like getting nervous. He's fine. Metcalf is like what you drafted him to be. He's doing great. Geno Smith. Man, I didn't know he was messed up. Okay, but it's okay. He's fine. He's practicing. Austin Eckler. Your chance to buy low on Austin Eckler is gone. The thing I am worried about a little bit, who else was good when Austin Eckler, we're like, oh man, that first game was, Austin Eckler killed it. Oh yeah, dude. So did Josh Kelly. And what did Josh Kelly look like after that game? Was that just a product of that defense that day? I think they were going against the Dolphins. You know, it was, God damn it, I can't remember his name. He used to coach the that defensive guy. Whatever. Was that a product of the Dolphins not stopping the run, or is Austin Eckler still good? So there is risk in Austin Eckler. They changed offensive coordinators. They need him so bad without Mike Williams there now. Okay, I do want to talk about this guy. We're going to talk about this with Jason later on. Tony Pollard fully participated in practice. There were 13 Cowboys on the goddamn injury list after playing the 49ers. That is a common occurrence. After you play the 49ers, you are 1-19 over the last 2 or 3, after the last 2 years, I think. Yeah. So if you play the 49ers, you get fucked and then you lose your next game. So we're going to talk about that later. Okay. And also, dude, Tank Dell, I think was out. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Concussion. On the radio, Colin Cowherd said he was out. And I was like, what? I haven't heard that yet, but he is in concussion protocol. You could probably bank on him being out. If you can trade for Tank Dell, I was thinking about trading for Tank Dell when I heard he was out because he had a bad last game relative, and now he is concussed and maybe not play this game. If you can get him, I would. Jeff Wilson Jr., you know about him. My name is Jeff. I picked him up. So Jason, I have Mostert, but sometimes you got to make moves to take away from your opponents. Jason has the second best team in our league. Devon Achane was killing it for him. I know that he wanted Jeff Wilson, so I grabbed him. So that's the kind of shit you got to pull sometimes. He's taking up a spot on my bench. But who cares, dude? This is huge right here, too. I thought about making Christian Kirk my start of the week because I thought Zay Jones was going to be out. He did not participate in practice this Friday. I would assume he is out with that knee. If Zay Jones is out, I know that Christian Kirk did shitty against the Indianapolis Colts week 1, and this sets up for Ridley to do well again. But I would start Christian Kirk and feel super good about that if Zay Jones is out again. So Amon-Ra fully participated, so you're good to go with Amon-Ra. That's why Sam Laporta was fucking killed it. But then he hurt his calf. And he's young. Every time I see a calf injury, I'm waiting for the Achilles next after the beginning of this year with Aaron Rodgers. But that is not going to happen. He was limited during practice. So I still do not think Sam Laporta is going to play. If he plays, play him, because what else are you going to do? A lot of stories online saying that they just traded away Travis Kelce or they just traded away Mark Andrews because they had Sam Laporta. I think he is the number. Well, now Kelsey's the number 1 probably after this week. But I think that Sam Laporta has been the number 1 tight end. That is a smart move. If you have him, you can trade away a better tight end. I wish I would have picked him up. I pushed to get him. But once I got Kelsey, I didn't want to spend another draft pick on a tight end. Jahmyr Gibbs did not participate. I, as a 5-0 team, am trying to still get Jahmyr Gibbs. David Montgomery's going to fucking kill it this week. All right. We're still going through this, man. It's a Friday, the 13th. There's a lot of people on this. Jordan Addison ankle upgraded to full participant. So Jordan Addison, I love Jordan Addison. Hopefully he gets to reunite with Caleb Williams next year. Hopefully the Vikings just tank, man. Tank. Khalil Herbert, Roshan Johnson, concussion. Yeah, so we're looking at Deonta Foreman getting the start for the Bears, and he's keeping a list. He's checking it twice, and that motherfucker's supposed to run like Rice last night. Because when I saw Rice catch that touchdown or catch that one like screen pass, I was like, "Holy shit, who is that guy?" It was Rice. All right. Also, I want to say David Njoku is listed as questionable. That fool got burned so bad. I burned my hand on something like, dude, I'm not taking a shower. This motherfucker goes and plays a football game with no facial skin. David Njoku is the toughest dude in the NFL. I don't understand how that even works, dude. Don't even understand how that works. Okay, that was all the news. You know what? It doesn't really matter. Let's continue on to my secret start of the week. All right, so this is what you came here for. I did not have a secret start of the week last week because of my family was in town, but that's how it works, bruh. Secret start of the week. Let me put it up here. Yeah, I better do it. No, I'm going to leave starts of the week up there. Jason's not here. I can do whatever I want. Josh Downs. He was on my waiver wire show. Josh Downs. I say it again. He is only 29% owned. He is wide receiver 52, so nobody wants him, right? Right? Minshew is going to start this week. He started week 3 at Baltimore. That's a tough place to play, dude. That's when I was impressed with CJ Stroud throwing like 300 yards at Baltimore. I was like, holy shit, man, maybe this guy's good. Baltimore has a good defense this year. He had 8 receptions, Downs did, and 12 targets, only for 57 yards. But you know this show, man. You tell me I'm getting double fucking digit targets on a rookie that's drafted by Shane Steichen? Give that to me. He's already owned in my 12-man. I am starting him in my flex. I lost Justin Jefferson and Deontay. All this, dude, I've lost so many people in my 10-man league. So I am starting him in a 10-man league, and I feel good about it. So last time Gardner Minshew started, 12 targets. Then last week, he got 3 receptions on 4 targets from AR-15. Then he got 3 receptions from Minshew. So Minshew did not forget. 6 receptions on 6 targets for 97 yards. He led the team in yardage last week. 3, and like I said, 3 and 3 both came from each quarterback. He should be matched up. Oh, 1 second. I better stop. Sorry, guys. This is what happens when you drink by yourself. I don't even have a break to fucking pound beer. This is how Beer Time Breakdown was born. Last year, Jason couldn't make it, and I was like, dude, if I'm doing an hour-long show by myself, I gotta fucking drink. And then the drinking began, and then the throwing of the cans began, and then the slowing of the words began. But guess what now, man? I'm cussing now because I don't give a fuck. All right. Next up. So wait. Okay, so Josh Downs is second on the team in red zone targets. He has 3. But still, dude, this guy he's a rookie getting targets, double-digit targets in certain games, and red zone targets. He's second on the team in. This is somebody that I want to own, man, as a rookie. He should be matched up with Trey Herndon, the cornerback for the Jags, who's allowing the 6th higher passer rating, I think, in the slot or wherever Downs is playing. This is from PFF. And the Jags are allowing the 15th most points to wide receivers. That is an average matchup at 30.3. So we have an average matchup, nothing to run from. We have a cornerback that we want to target. We have a wide receiver that is getting hyper-targeted in red zone targets. I think that's amazing. The over and under is an average 44.5. Anything around 44 and above is pretty much average. So yeah, dude, nothing to run from here. Everything to run towards. Josh Downs, man. I'm telling you, my secret start of the week, which means that next week he'll fucking go off. Because every time I have a secret start of the week, Logan Thomas, Calvin Austin, forget who else I did. Jonathan Mingo just kind of stays in that like 8-point range, you know, whatever. But man, my starts of the week have been great. The week after. But hey, dude, this is the week for Josh Downs because Gardner Minshew, I mean, and honestly, you're going to be able to start Josh Downs for like 6 weeks, which is fucking crazy. All right, let's get into my start of the week, okay? I fucked up last week. Who was my start of the week last week, dude? Romeo Dobbs. I think he got like 0.5 points. Parker Reynolds, I do apologize. But like I said, I am done making, like, starts of the week should be very confident, you know, predictions. I should not do that with a quarterback I do not trust. Bako boy, you know, I'm from Bakersfield, piece of shit town. Jordan Love is from Bakersfield too. And man, that fool is probably going to be a backup quarterback next year. So not good for Jordan Love. I do not trust him. Seems like an awesome guy. I wish him all the best. But it just is bad and it's getting worse, okay? And I was banking on garbage time. I was like, oh yeah, Romeo Dobbs doesn't have anything at halftime. No big deal. Well, fuck, dude. It was like Romeo Dobbs doesn't have shit till like 3 minutes left in the fourth. And then he got like 3 targets or some shit like that. All right. If you don't drink, I apologize. But don't worry, we can still have fun together. So, DeAndre Swift is who I was talking about, right? Oh, yeah. And then I had 3 super smashes before that. So, I have 1 regular, 3 like 30-point games for my dudes. And then I fucked that last one. So, I'm still sitting around 60+%, 65+%. DeAndre Swift, he is running back 8 right now. This is what I was driving around for work in the woods, listening to the radio, and I heard the stat. Jets have held each quarterback they faced this year to season lows in fantasy points, scored, and just production in general. Week 1, you know, like, so they went against Josh Allen. That's a pretty goddamn good quarterback. Dak Prescott, Mac Jones, fucking Patrick Mahomes, and Russell Wilson. And Russell Wilson is quarterback 5. So they've gone against what, like 3 of the top 5 quarterbacks and held them to their season low. The Jets will keep, like, Jalen Hurts is probably not going to be able to throw the ball that much or have that many fantasy points. And I am starting Jalen Hurts. He is my main quarterback in my main league. So that got me thinking. I was like, I'm going to check out the running backs. Like, have they scored the most points that they have ever scored, you know, on the do they have season highs? Because these quarterbacks can't do shit? Almost. Running backs that have faced the Jets have seen their highest usage, so they are getting the most amount of touches that week versus the Jets, right? And often they're fantasy highs. So, like, I think like 3 out of the 5 was their fantasy highs and points. Oh, I didn't bring my notes. God damn it. I've got notes right here. But yeah, dude, it was like 20 touches, 31 touches, 15 touches. It was like, you know, I mean, it was James Cook's James Cook's second highest amount of touches. Oh, yeah. Where's this? Oh, Tony Pollard's highest, Ramondre Stevenson's highest, Isaiah Pacheco's highest, and then also Jaleel McLaughlin's second highest. So I am predicting that this is going to be DeAndre Swift's probably second highest usage rate of the year because he had a 31 touch game, which is just fucking crazy, dude. I do not think he's going to get 31 touches this game, but I think 28 is not out of the question. So I am looking at this as like, dude, you cannot throw on this team. And every single running back that's gone against this team has seen their highest usage of the season and often their highest fantasy output. Also, the Jets are giving up the 10th most fantasy points to running backs this year at 21.8. They were allowing the second least fantasy points to wide receivers. So this is what teams want to attack the Jets one way. They have two great cornerbacks. I think they're the only team in the league with like two elite cornerbacks. I'm pretty sure. Sauce Gardner, and I can't remember the other dude. I think he's like a 4th round pick. And they hit it big. He's a Pro Bowler. So yeah, dude, like, I think that this sets up perfectly for Swift. And I did see that was Sirianni said that he's going to limit touches pretty soon coming up for, he didn't have a timeline, but he's aware that they don't want to overuse Swift, right? Well, shit. I think that is in the future. I think they are waiting for the, listening to Chris Long on the Greenlight podcast or whatever. I think that they are waiting for Jalen Hurts and the offensive coordinator to get their timing down, to get in sync and start clicking. And then they don't have to rely on the run so much. They can really, like, they threw the ball a lot more last year with Shane Steichen. And yeah, I do not think the new offensive coordinator is as good as Shane Steichen at all. But I do believe that Jalen Hurts' best passing games are yet to come. So this game sets up perfectly for a run game. And even if Jalen Hurts is doing better anyways, this fucking defense is too damn good to be throwing on all the time. So I do expect the Swift usage to stay fucking crazy high. Also, yeah, the Eagles still have the best O-line in football. So yeah, they're not going to be able to throw the ball that much. But guess what? They have the best offensive line going against a team that can't really stop the run right now. So that is great. DeAndre Swift is 9th in red zone touches for running backs, even with Jalen Hurts getting all the red zone touches, if you know what I'm talking about. He has at least 18 touches in the last 4 games. So that's what I'm saying. He's already getting 18 touches, and now we're going to go into a game where he should probably get, like, say 33% more touches or something like that. So that's like 6 more touches. That's like 24. I bet, I know he was going to break the 25 mark on touches. If there's a bet out there, that's what I would bet. He had 17 carries and 70 yards and 6 receptions for 38 yards last week versus Rams. The Rams defense is a lot better than you think. And guess what, man? They were like, fuck, dude, we can't throw to our wide receivers as much as we want to. We'll actually throw it to DeAndre Swift. I think there's a possibility that DeAndre Swift actually gets a lot of dump offs this week, which is, dude, I love that shit too. I mean, who cares, man? When your running back's catching shit, that's amazing. Over and under is at 41. That is pretty low. It is not as low as, only game that's lower than that is the 49ers and the backup quarterback now. I forget his name, dude. I just heard his name like 1,000 times, but for the Browns, whatever. Man, that's really bothering me. JP Tucker, and that's somebody else. Okay, I'll shut up. The Jets. Oh yeah. So there's a potentially low scoring game, and the Eagles are favored by 6. Also, people aren't talking about this enough. Why are people not talking? Is it because Aaron Rodgers is not playing there anymore? People are not talking about Elijah Vera Tucker is now out, dude, for the fucking year. Okay? So Elijah Vera Tucker, their best offensive lineman, is now out for the year. So the odds are, dude, the Eagles are going to fucking eat this Zach Wilson shit alive, man. And just like their fans after they won a Super Bowl when they ate that horse shit. But what I'm trying to say is there's a chance the Eagles get up big and then just run the fuck out of the ball. Kenneth Gainwell might get a lot of work here too, but I'm just saying, man, Swift is a super safe play here. Except I will throw out the one caveat, okay? The Jets have held zone runs, like zone schemed runs, like zone blocking. It's like Gary Kubiak and Shanahan and stuff like that, to the 8th lowest yards per carry in the league. So they are actually really good against a specific type of run scheme. DeAndre Swift has been using zone runs 82% of the time, and that's what he gets most of his yards off of. Obviously, 82% of the time, that's what you get anyways. So there is a possibility that he is very inefficient. But I'm just saying, I don't give a fuck, man. I think that he's going to get so many carries and touches, it doesn't matter if he's inefficient or not. I think he's going to get a touchdown and 100 yards. So he is my start of the week. All right, guys. Jason phoning in, right? I think he was going to send me a little clip of him explaining his start of the week. And I was going to be like, oh, Jason's calling in on satellite phone. Let's go to Jason. And I was going to do that. But you know how it goes with work, with people in your lives that are significant others that want have a lot of questions and requests from you. He didn't have any time. So his start of the week is Tony Pollard. He's really reaching deep for this one. JK, LOL. Tony Pollard, I told you, was a buy low target. Everybody's like, don't fucking trade Tony Pollard. I tried to trade for him, but it wasn't happening. He's coming off of 2 different blowout games. He couldn't do anything when they blew out. I can't remember who it was. It was the Titans, maybe? No, shit. I can't remember who it was. Then the 49ers came and blew their shit up. And yeah, and then he didn't do anything that game. He is still, though, I think this is a great stat. Tony Pollard is averaging 21 touches and 87 yards a game. And now he gets to go against the goddamn Chargers, okay? He is second in the league with 31 red zone touches. Isn't that fucking crazy? He's got 31 red zone touches. He only has 2 touchdowns. What do I see in his future? More fucking touchdowns. Touchdown progression. Okay, we're not talking regression. This fool is like, for as talented as that everybody is there, and I know they've been missing a lot of offensive linemen. That's been kind of fucking him. But as talented as he is, that fool's going to get some more touchdowns, man. So if you're a Tony Pollard owner, expect more touchdowns, dude. I mean, this week he totally should. There's no excuse for him this week. It's crazy, man. I'm all scared because once I tilt the beer past a certain angle, I don't know, it's been shoving my mustache deep in here. And then it like pulls my mustache and goes ting. And then my mustache releases and it's like, holy fuck, dude, my eyes are watering. All right. Chargers have the 7th lowest stuff rate and the 10th highest yards after contact per attempt. So they do not stuff anybody. And once they get going, they can't really stop them. The Chargers are giving up fantasy points. Oh, god damn it. I didn't even write the whatever. That sucks. At 22.6, I think it's like the 11th or 10th most fantasy points per game to running backs. So you can run on the Chargers, man. You get like Adrian Peterson. I'm a Vikings fan. You can fucking run on the Chargers, dude. Do you remember Adrian Peterson? Right, his rookie year running like I think he had like a 300-yard game against them. They haven't been able to stop the run since fucking then, okay? Last time we saw Mac, he was killing shit. So maybe Mac is back. Maybe Mac is back. Khalil Mack. Not Mac Jones. Mac Jones, a little bitch. Fucking privileged ass little fucking bitch. All right. So that is Jason's start of the week. His last start of the week, Super Smash. I wish I could remember who it was. I should have wrote it down. I think that was Jason's first Super Smash was last week. He's been pretty average this year. Haha. Also, I kicked his ass last week in fantasy. Woo! That's what happens when you're not here, Jason. You get shit talked about you. All right, man. So let's go over the Thursday night football game, all right? That was a terrible fucking game, dude. A terrible, terrible game. I wanted to turn it off like 3 different times, but I had Travis Kelce. So I was like, I want to see him get 200 yards in a game. That'd be cool, you know? And dude, Taylor Swift was there, and I was like, I guarantee they're pushing for Travis Kelce this week. So Travis Kelce had 109 receiving yards in the first half. Only one other tight end has had more yards in a game this season. That's Dallas Goedert. So as far as yardage, that is going to be an outlier for the year. Every one of Travis Kelce's receptions tonight, that last night came in zone coverage. It was like, 9. It's like 9 receptions for 100 and something yards or whatever, 20 something yards. And he had averaged 5.1 yards of separation in those. And I kept on going to Reddit for the live thread and shit. And there was some question, hey, can some expert explain to like a casual why Travis Kelce's always so open? It's fucking zone coverage, man. Why is Puka Nacua open? It's zone coverage. If you are smart enough, football player, to understand zone, it doesn't take much to just sit down in the fucking zone. So Travis Kelce Puka Nakua. One's a rookie. One's 34 years old. They both have the same goddamn understanding of the zone. If people just understood zone, they could be like them. And that's the problem here. And now I keep on hearing about this. The league, as the rules are being changed, defenses are playing more and more and more zone. So it's a zone league right now. So players that do not rely on their speed and stuff so much are actually benefiting from this because it's all craftiness. When you do man-to-man, your speed and your physicality just fucking kills people. But zone, you've just got people, playing their zone, so you can't really beat that unless you're fucking Tyreek Hill, and then you just catch it underneath and go past everybody. But still, there is a limit. So Travis Kelce, that is why he's getting so open. Isaiah Pacheco, I said to start Isaiah Pacheco. I said to start Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I thought this was going to be a fucking blowout. The over and under. I was watching the game on the Next Gen Stats edition of Amazon Prime. It's like, it started like at 44.5. And then by the second quarter, it went to like 33. And then by the it was just, dude, it went down to like so much. Dude, I mean, it was 8-19. That's 27 points. It was supposed to be 20 more points in this goddamn game. Like 3 more touchdowns in this fucking game, dude. There was nothing. And the Broncos defense came to play. The Chiefs, I told you guys, I was like, man, start the fucking Chiefs. This defense is like really good. And then you saw it last night, man. Like if you're against a shitty team, man, they could lock you down because the Broncos actually have been moving the ball in the second half of games, given it's usually garbage time, but still. Yeah, Chiefs defense last night, 82 passing yards, allowed 8 points. They had 4 sacks and 3 takeaways. 82 passing yards, dude. That is so fucking crazy. Mims only played 12 snaps to Little Humphreys 15. I think Little Humphrey is like the best name ever. Little Humphrey. But dude, Mims, I would pick up because I get the way they were using Judy last night. I know I'm all over the place, but I'm by myself and I'm drinking. The way they were using Judy, they're gonna try to trade him, dude. They were like force feeding that fool in the very beginning. But the funny thing is, he only played on 10 to 20 snaps in the first 4 drives. Why do I feel like that? Every time he was out there, they were fucking trying to throw him. And that's like what an interception came on. It's what like another tip ball came on. Forcing Judy the ball. And I was like, dude, you're going to tell me they're not going to try to trade this fool right now? And I told somebody not to play him just because I thought they were going to trade him. Like they said that they announced they're going to trade Frank Clark. Well, they kept Frank Clark out of the game so he'd be healthy to trade. I was worried about the same thing happening to Judy. Well, kind of the opposite happened. I think that he was trying to get super involved. They were like, fuck. And did you see that Steve Smith shit before the game? Steve Smith, Jerry Jeudy, go YouTube it right now. Listen to what Steve Smith says about Jerry Jeudy, and then look at Jerry Judy's bitch ass. I mean, dudes, I love Steve Smith. He's a guy you don't fuck around with. I mean, he's like 5'8", and he will kill these people, dude. Jerry Jeudy is like all dancing to music. Oh, you don't want to fuck with me? You don't want to fuck with me? It's like, oh my God, dude. Steve Smith's sitting there like a goddamn assassin. Like, I will kill you right here, dude. I will fucking kill you. And Jerry Judy's just like rapping and shit. And it's like, dude, you don't understand how real this is. Like, this is real, okay? Steve Smith just talks so much shit about you. And I bet he'd fight you fucking right now and whoop your ass. And then you went out there and didn't do shit. So it's like, I was watching Jerry Jeudy a lot. I think he looks quick. I think he looks good. But man, his timing and everything with Russell Wilson is just not there, which is crazy. Because what happened last year? I drafted Jerry Jeudy because Jerry Jeudy fucking killed it last year with Russell Wilson. If I had Jerry Jeudy, man, oh my God. I just traded him for Jameson Williams. That's how pissed off I was at the fucking Broncos. And now I wish I would have kept him because I want to see where he goes. But if he goes to the Panthers, who gives a fuck? I think the Colts are calling. Who gives a fuck? So, like, I would need somebody else. Also, secret tip. McCole Hardman is probably going to go back to the Kansas City Chiefs. If you want to start McCole Hardman, get like 8 points a game, I think he'll be good for you. So let's just go through what I got right and what I got wrong. Mahomes, I said play. He got 19 fantasy points, I think. He has like 19 fantasy points in 3 games this year. So you see it, man. He doesn't trust his wide receivers. He runs the ball more than usual. That's great. As long as Travis Kelce's out there, I feel good about Mahomes. This is starting to turn into a he wants to be like Tom Brady. Well, this is turning into a fucking Tom Brady situation, dude. Remember when Tom Brady didn't have any weapons? He had like Gronk and like a 34-year-old goddamn Julian Edelman. That was better than what this dude's working with right now. They need to get McCole Hardman back in. Rashee Rice was supposed to take shit to the next level. We'll talk about him in a second. So yeah, dude, Mahomes, he was worth a play. I think he's like only a top 8 quarterback right now. It's just crazy. This is the worst stretch that Mahomes is going to do, okay? Plus his defense is so good. He's had a terrible defense for what, dude? Like his whole career. So now he does not need to, it's like Jared Goff. Like Jared Goff would be fucking killing it in fantasy points if he did not have a defense, but he does now. So he does, like, they stopped throwing the ball. They just let David Montgomery run the goddamn ball 31 times. All these dramatic pauses for beer. Thank you for sticking with me. Okay, so I said that. I was right on that. I said play Isaiah Pacheco. Duh. But, dude, Isaiah Pacheco did not do nearly as well as I thought. 16 for 62, only 4 yards a carry. And when I watched him, he was like, God, dude, like, how do you look so slow one week? Or you look like a fucking world beater one week, and then you look so goddamn slow the other week. Just the way it was. But hey, he made up for it. He caught all 6 of his targets, dude, for 36 yards. And that's 3 extra points. That's 6 extra points that he would not have got last year, okay? So that's an extra touchdown to go on top of his 6. So we got, what, 12 points in half PPR? All my shit's off half PPR. That's what I like. Cut it in half. Do you love the baby? Cut it in half. Don't cut it in half. You can have it. Then you keep the baby. Oh my God, dude. I'm drinking. Okay, so Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Shit. You know what? Let's just keep on going. Isaiah Pacheco. I'm an Isaiah Pacheco owner, or am I trading for Isaiah Pacheco? I would trade for Isaiah Pacheco if I could, because this offense is the way it's going to be. Is Rashee Rice going to become a fucking superstar? No. I think he's going to be serviceable, but like as far as somebody that's like, they need to run the ball, dude. They need to run the ball this year. That's just the way it is. I never thought that was going to be the case with Patrick Mahomes. I was like, you know who they missed? It's like DeMarcus Robinson, dude. I forget where that fool went. Shit like that. It's like they just lost everything. So yeah, dude. I think that if you want to trade for Isaiah Pacheco, I'd be totally comfortable with that. And you could be like, hey man, he was supposed to get like 30 points this game, and he didn't get shit. Give me him. And again, I was talking about Patrick Mahomes running for 6, he's averaging 6 rushes a game this year. Josh Allen averages 7 rushes a game over like the last like 3 years, and he's a running. People are like, "Oh my God, dude, he's a fucking running back for a quarterback." Patrick Mahomes, man, this year, like I said, he is not trusting people, and he is running the ball, so his floor is staying high because of that. All right, let me see who's next. Who did I have next? CEH. I said to play CEH because he had 15 carries and 55 yards and a touchdown versus Chicago in that ass blasting. Shout out to It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So yeah, dude, I always thought this was going to be another ass blasting. I thought this was going to be super ass blasting. But this was like a close game, man. I mean, they had to use Isaiah Pacheco the whole game, okay? It was just the way it was. So this game did not go the way I thought it was. So I fucked up there. But, I mean, I think everybody fucked up here. I mean, everybody did, dude. 19-8? This team let up 70 points. 70 points to the Dolphins, and they gave up only 19 to Patrick Mahomes, dude. That's fucking crazy when you think about it. And Kadarius Toney, man, caught that touchdown. Oh, I'll talk about him in a second. God damn it, why am I talking about shit? Sorry, I'm drinking. So yeah, Clyde Edwards-Helaire only had 2 carries for 7 yards and had that 1 reception. He had like and then Jerick McKinnon, I was like, I'd much rather have because Jerick McKinnon has not had more than 3 rushes or 3 targets in any game this season. So it's like, at least CEH, I know he has a higher ceiling. But yeah, I saw Jerick McKinnon run almost 70 yards on that one fucking screen or whatever that was, and I was like, holy shit, Tyler, you fucked up. And then I got called back for holding, and I was like, Yes, Marquise Valdez-Scantling, you're my favorite player. Jeez, dude. Alcohol, don't drink. Hopefully my wife drives me to Five Guys after this, and I'm going to order a large Cajun fry and just eat like fucking a pound of fries, dude. Okay. What am I going to talk about next? Nobody knows. Let me check my list. So yeah, CH, he's on your waiver. Fucking leave him there. McKinnon, he's on your waiver. Fucking leave him there. Rashee Rice, if he's on your waiver, pick his ass up. This was supposed to be his breakout game. It was not. I said to play him. He got 9 points in a half PPR. If you get 9 points from Rashee Rice right now, I think that is totally a play. Jason started him in his as a wide receiver 2 this week, and I guarantee he's happy with that. What am I doing right now, dude? Oh my god, this is what happens, Tyler. Denver. Oh yeah, I know this is what I was gonna do. I saw him, like I said, I saw him catch that like behind the yard. He had 17 yards after a catch when he caught the like screen-ish play. That fool is big and fast. Like I understand what everybody likes about Rashee Rice. And we talked about his drop rate being the worst in the NFL. He did not drop anything last night. Played pretty good. 4 catches, 4 targets. Dude, I am still afraid. And if you looked at the snaps in the route run, Sky Moore played more snaps. Sky Moore had more routes run by like 2. But I still like Rashee Rice. He is the rookie I like. Like I said, he had 8 red zone targets coming into this game, tied with Travis Kelce, and that's what I want in this offense. I think in the last 4 weeks, quarter of this season, Rashee Rice is going to be a low-end wide receiver 2. So I still think Rashee Rice is going to be serviceable for you. And then I said I only wanted to play 1 wide receiver because I was like, fuck this, dude. I thought they were going to get up by 30 points and just run the ball. Well, Denver played good defense, and I was right about this, which is crazy. You wanted Kelce, and you wanted 1 wide receiver. And I said, sit. Who did I say to sit? Who's the next one? Oh, Kadarius Toney. Yeah. Dude. Kadarius Toney. I know he had 6 targets, but he didn't do shit, man. Every time that fool did anything, he was even in that trick play. Kadarius Toney, like, he is fast and quick, but, like, it doesn't equal anything. Like, man, I was watching his college, and, like, he was juking fools. But in the pros, I don't know what is wrong with his jukes, but people just run right at him, and they fucking tackle him. So, like, Kadarius Toney does not scare me. He caught that touchdown, and it was just, like, you know, him popping out after something, and it was just what it was. You cannot rely on that ever. I'd say he was worth a start because he got you, what, dude? 1.5, 7.5 points, I guess, in your flex on a half-point PPR league. But, dude, Kadarius Toney, man, I don't think he was worth a start. I think I was right on that. That touchdown could have gone to fucking anybody. And then Sky Moore, I said to sit. Yeah, 2 for 22. Like I said, he was actually had one of his higher snap counts / routes run game, especially versus Rashee Rice lately. But it does not equal to much. Dude, he was a second-round draft pick. I think Rashee Rice is a second-round draft pick. And, dude, Sky Moore, people spent all that draft capital on when I was begging him not to. And he should be on your waiver wire, dude. Don't worry about that fool. Don't worry about that fool. So let's see. I was right. I was right. I was wrong on 1. Right. Uh-oh. We got people running out here. We got dogs running out here. So next up, Travis Kelce. What was I going to say? Fucking sit. Pause. Travis Kelce. Oh, yeah, dude. That'd been smart. I said play Travis Kelce. And yeah, dude, like I just went over the stats with him. Yeah, he was amazing, so that was good. I said to play the Kansas City defense because Denver was allowing, 8 points per game to opposing fantasy defenses? And that worked out great. I said to play Buttlicker. What happened with Buttlicker, okay? He got fucking 18 points. He could have had, like, over 20 had they not doing that crazy fake shit in the beginning. I was listening to someone, I was watching the Reddit thread, and it was like, I would have 30 points by now if it wasn't, I got my wife flipping me off. Hey! So, yeah, all those, I was only wrong on 1. That was actually pretty amazing. I'm pretty sure that Jason was only wrong on starting. I need to go back and watch his stuff. But I do know that he said to sit Cortland Sutton, and I was like, oh my god, dude. That could be bad because Cortland Sutton's the one dude that catches touchdowns. And yeah, he got 10 points. He got 12 points, I guess, if you count half PPR. So he was worth starting. But if it wasn't for that circus catch, dude, who are you going to start from this fucking team, man? So the Denver Broncos going over them. Cortland Sutton. I do not think they're going to trade Cortland Sutton. They may. So I think I want a piece of Marvin Mims. I'm holding Cortland Sutton. I think Cortland Sutton's going to be a low-end wide receiver 2 this year, moving forward, which is crazy because I thought Jerry Jeudy was that dude last year. But different coach, different folks, different strokes. And then Javonte Williams, dude. I was watching that fool. If it wasn't for that 18-yard gain, man, like he looked so slow. Like he was getting the awesome holes on that 18-yard gain. Like fucking Jaleel McLaughlin would have scored a touchdown. Hey, who did this? Every time they scored a touchdown, Wes Welker and Randy Moss when the Patriots were like 17-0. Fuck the Patriots. Fuck that 17-0 season, dude. I hated you guys so much. I think I owned Randy Moss that season, so maybe I didn't hate it. I can't remember. Maybe it was the season after that. Whatever. So, Jaleel McLaughlin, I still believe in, dude. I think that Jaleel McLaughlin's the fucking shit, man. And then Shamaje Perine got a lower leg injury at the end of the fourth quarter. He might be out for a couple weeks. I still believe in McLaughlin. He looks so much better than Javonte Williams. Javonte Williams does not look like Breece Hall. Breece Hall came back ready to fucking run. Javonte Williams is kind of a plotter right now, dude. He's getting caught from behind. All this shit that he used to not be like. I think McLaughlin, I'm buying. I'm selling Javonte. If you want to just sell Javonte Williams to somebody that needs a running back and just sell him on the idea and in the name of Javonte Williams, that's what I would do. Russell Wilson, this is his worst game ever. It's going to be his worst game ever. I think he had like I forget how many points he had, like 6 or some shit. I can't remember. If it wasn't for that touchdown to Sutton, dude, he'd had like 0.5 points. It's fucking crazy. So this game just kind of got out of control. Patrick Mahomes does not have the weapons that he once had. And I still believe in the second, third of the year, they're going to get shit going and rolling. I think they're going to be getting a wide receiver before the trade deadline, even if that's Mecole Hardman. So if you want to pick up Mecole Hardman right now, I think that might be a smart move if you're like me and don't have much fab. Because after they get that trade, I bet you he will. And Mecole Hardman did well last year. He had like a touchdown in almost every game for a while. I remember him being on the waiver wire show. It's like 4 or 5 weeks in a row. And he does those jet sweeps. You don't see any wide receivers really doing much with those. Kadarius Toney had 2 rushes for -5 yards. I think that was about it, dude. So they are missing that Mecole Hardman-esque type of player. Okay, I think that is the show. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I earned a thumbs up. Hopefully I earned a subscription if you're not already subscribed. We need it. This is Tyler Big Turd Ward, and I appreciate you.